was a real brother too.
All right, Trinidad and Tobago, let me say a very special good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to those of you on the web that's locking me down right now via our Facebook page, yeah? Good afternoon to those of you locking us down locally, regionally, internationally, wherever you're listening to my voice. I say thank you so much for choosing me. My name is Isha Wells, and I'm in your company today until 7 o'clock alongside my colleague, my co-host, my buddy, Mr.X. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Good afternoon, Isha. Good afternoon, Trinidad. Good afternoon, Tobago.
All is well.
All is well, as well as could be. Lots of things happening, and and we have a lot to talk about today. I'm waiting to get my hands on the main news, you know what I mean? So, I'll see exactly what's going on.
Yes, I realize a lot of adjustments happening behind the scene, but we are the official election station, and we have always been. So, of course, we have to represent in that vein.
Yes, and of course, we have a new representative in W Mirror for the PNM. She was selected yesterday after screening at Queen's Hall. She's the mayor currently?
She is the current mayor of the city of Arima, and she will be contesting the seat for W Mirror.
Yeah, and she got the nod, I met some other persons. I want to say good afternoon to my good friend Brennan, and I know he's a hard worker in the PNM, guys, you all keep doing the work for the community. And I look forward to see what she has to offer on the campaign trail. Because on campaigning is how you speak on the podium, how you represent, and that kind of thing. How you feel that will work out in this election, though?
Well, some people who are good speakers can, of course, address a crowd without having to feel the vibe of the crowd.
That's good speakers.
Some speakers require movement from the crowd, vibe of the crowd in order to flow. So we will know who is good speakers and who is not good speakers.
In this one, this one is going to be the big test. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to see how it rolls out. I saw that yesterday, the Commission for Ethics in Politics concerned about what would happen on social media. And I know you've been connected to a lot of different groups and pages and different things. Have you seen that discussion really, move in any real vile kind of manner so far? Because people could use social media badly.
Not so far, but then again, if you go by me, I have removed myself from negativity on social media. So I may not see it. That doesn't mean it's not there.
Yeah.
It may very well be there, but I have not seen it. And, I pay attention to basically what those representing the political parties are saying and not necessarily the confusion associated with it. Today I attended the funeral of the young lady that passed away on the Beatum amidst the protests, who was pregnant. Well, her funeral was today. I just came from the funeral, and in fact, it was extremely sad. So let me say good afternoon to the family members who are at the cemetery now as we speak. We're going to touch with them in a short while. The father, or her husband, is unconsolable at this time, to the extent where he was very aggressive in the media today. And I want to commend the hardworking police officers that was present at the funeral today, who understood it was really the plight of a grieving man and did not take it serious.
Right, they didn't take it as a threat and respond with
they did not.
Force and that kind of thing. Wow.
Also, take into consideration that his main grouse is the fact that he feels he and his family members are being pappy-showed in the media by the Commissioner of Police, Gary Griffith. He said Gary Griffith refused to meet with them, and he did not even have the gall to show his face at the funeral. He believes that him and his family will get no justice.
Oh, no.
So we're going to touch base with the family members up there at the funeral in a short while. If you want to see what took place at the funeral today, it is live on my page, the Isha Wells page. I want you to take the opportunity to like the video and share the live. Good afternoon to those of you already on the live. We have so much. Why the door open? Close the door for me, please.
Happy, operator.
So much to discuss today. We have a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah.
So besides that, what else made news today?
Well, I'm just trying to get everything in, get my bearings about me, because I had, like I told you, I had that appointment today that kept me out of the loop a
Okay,
little
so
bit.
you was out of the loop on a
Yeah.
lot of things.
Yeah, so I'm now trying to catch up. I did see the news pages so far now, heading on to Newsday. You know, I'll check out my Newsday, my Guardian, my Express as per usual. And one of the things that popping up on the Newsday Facebook page right now is legendary West Indies fast bowler Michael Hould made an emotional plea for the opening of the test between West Indies and England to educate people about racism. And he's lending his voice to that particular conversation. And of course, Antoine is the top story being replaced right now. The top story across all over. But the murders in the country are also very, very, very prominent. A lot of, is it 5 murders we had in the last 48 hours thereabouts?
I stopped count, to be honest with you.
I heard also some information that Rebel 6's wake was shot at.
I heard it wasn't his week.
You heard it wasn't his week?
No, I understand that there was a shooting somewhere else, but it was in Aruka and Waterloo,
Right.
not necessarily in the vicinity of his week.
But and then a teen among 2 shot in Tacarigua as well. A 14-year-old, I believe, is the latest victim to that shooting incident.
Let me see if I have one of the family members on the line. Good afternoon. Are you there?
Good afternoon, Isha. Well, yeah. But I could also do it live as well for you if you want to and send it to you. Yeah, but the crowd is as what we expected. Everybody, turn out. The good, the bad, the ugly, the young. I mean, those are the everyone is here. But I will put you onto the father and
please advise him not to cuss because we live on radio. I know he's emotional.
Yeah.
So we would.
We live on radio with Isha. Right? She doesn't want to talk to the thing.
Darren, again, I was there at the funeral. I want to express condolences to your family at this time. I know you are in grief. I will not keep you. But I noticed that you are upset. Could you tell us exactly what are some of the things that upset you about this situation?
Yeah, you upset me, you upset me, right? I give it boys on them. Still my woman with my child, right? Right? He put somebody onto me, fighting me, right? And I wasn't in the mood at the time now, right? But it had to go grief when I was decided my woman then. And he down with him kicking ball. And I guess I have to remember, he's just a human being like me. I respect him, I want to respect him, but let me let him know. He wasn't that top cup, or that only. You understand? God would have sit down with a glass of water in his hand and watch him play football in heaven. Because I personally, if he don't know when he reach face to face with that God, at the end of the day, if he wasn't, officer.
I understand that, Darren.
Yes, he can't live that kind of life with me. And then the
so is it that he
shine,
is
the
it
big daughter shine will call me. I never want it from them. You call me. Me and you talk, and next thing you're telling me, okay, put your water on you. Who show water on you? Get the sapling by, I never show water on you.
So 1 minute, Darren, 1 minute. In the middle of the grief of your losing your wife and your child, you was asked about the situation surrounding the water on the beater?
So long enough.
In the midst of your grief mourning the loss of your wife and child, are you saying the member of parliament brought up the situation about what happened on the beater with the water?
Yeah, Hines, Mr. Hines. And then guy government want to see me and going behind my back and talking all kind of time and talk. But my son, but I have to get back and she back going. You understand? That will come down. And like now my mom was in the crowd. You understand? You understand? After I take you get a come straight and tell mama guy me. You can come on mama guy me. You understand?
Darren, I want you to be strong for your children. I noticed during the funeral you were calling for your young daughter. She looks a lot like her mother. She's a very beautiful little girl. I know that you are burying your loved one now, and I understand that you are mourning, so I will allow you the opportunity to grieve. But we will talk again very, very soon. Have they put down the body as yet?
No.
Okay, great. Could you pass the phone back on to Anderson?
Yeah.
Thank you. Anderson, you there?
Because he finished, but I told him to just wait until it's finished and personally just start finished. Okay.
Hello?
Anderson, are you there?
Yes, Aisha.
So I just spoke to Darren, and I understand that he is mourning. He mentioned some things that troubled me a bit, particularly with the conversation he would have had with the member of parliament for the area at a time like this.
Aisha. Here is where someone is going through, what I should say, not even a lost one, but in circumstances where the young lady are dying. That point of fingers, and this is your MP. And Aisha, you want to tell you something? This family strong PNM is a strong PNM family, right? You can't go by them with no yellow thing and say, UNC or tell them nothing about Kamala. And just what Heinz had to say about them, that we put over them. What I tell you with the death of the young lady? Always putting their foot in your mouth, Aisha. What that? I mean, how you can explain that?
Well, I don't know.
Before you say, but you get counseling for the children, and you have some lawyer, somebody, mediator them or something, the way forward, so the children can grow up in a state of mind with counseling, especially the social aspect of it now. Where's the social aspect of the police, even the police service? Where's the social aspect of or the social development or communication with the PNM administration that nobody can come and consult or at least speak to via the commissioner of police. Next one I was putting him out to as well. Or you will meet the family and and just keep giving the poor people the BSI show and expect them to solve it.
Anderson, I know that you guys are grieving.
I try to twist this thing all out. And I will ask people, I will do my whole little thing on the ground. What police cannot do? What they cannot do? If I can tell how much things I return to the police, I don't have no big chain, I don't have big banya. I can't tell if somebody show me a rifle or a gun, I can't tell you what make it is. If it's at this, if it's at that, I don't know.
Anderson, again, I know that you guys are grieving, and I know they're about to put the body down. I want to tell you one thing before I go. You need to be strong for Darren. Darren not holding up well at all.
But I don't know. He's not holding up well at all. I don't know what it is. But everyone can tell what it is. And he's hard work.
Anderson, are you there?
Sound like we lost him.
So I'm going to touch base with them again later on. It was really sad at the funeral, Mr.X. It was really, really sad, and her husband isn't holding up well at all.
Yeah, he sounds a lot in distress and a lot of dissatisfaction.
He's been crying all week. Can't get it together. He keeps asking for his daughter, the one who looks like the mother particularly. I think it probably comforts him. And all I can pray for is for strength for that family. The family believes that they are not going to get justice for this killing. They believe that they are being victimized. Well, I am still confused as to the purpose of the member of parliament even bringing into the conversation the situation that was unfortunate on Beetham as a result of the water throwing on him or whatever. I'm not sure why he would have brought that into the conversation at that time or what was the purpose for him. I hope, he can find it in himself to forgive whoever would have thrown the water on him in the community and reach out to this family in particular. I wish that you, Mr. Hines, if you're listening, can assist the family with counseling as they try to deal with this particular situation in the community at this time. It's not just the family in mourning, it is the entire community that is mourning. People were screaming and wailing in the church. It was really, really sad. And I don't like to attend funerals.
Neither do I.
I try not to. There are few funerals I attend, and I had to attend this one. She was 30 years old, born on the 1st of April 1990, and of course died a week and a half ago. 30 years old, left a lot of children behind, was pregnant with one child. It was an unfortunate situation. And I really hope that this family can get justice. And Ann Costello, I am not sure he did it. That's why I'm saying if he did it. I'm going based on what was said. You heard it just like I did. Of the grieving husband's recall of a situation that occurred between him and his member of parliament. So miss me with the public relations, please. Miss me with the public relations. This family is in grieving, and that is why the family believes that they can't get justice. Because people seem to be on the defense against this particular situation for some strange reason. Allow the family to grieve in peace and allow them to deal with what is happening. Leave the politics out of it.
Agreed.
And like I said, whether he said it or he didn't say it, then he needs to forgive whatever happened in that situation and find a way as a member of parliament to get counseling for that family. I didn't come here to make friends or to win support of anyone. I am quite comfortable being who I am. And who I am is somebody that talks out against injustice. This family was done unjustly, to the extent where the paper is quoting the murder as unknown. The shooter was unknown. Allow this family time to grieve now. We have a break to take in a short while. Do you want to add anything on it?
Well, I think at this point, it is about exactly what you said. It's about letting the family grieve and finding some sort of justice for the untimely death of this young lady. I think nobody could replace that mother figure that she played in the lives of those 5 children and the role that she would have played, I don't know. At this stage, it can't have politics in that conversation.
I don't understand how some of them do it.
It can't have politics in that
how
conversation.
How some of them do it to know that children, 5 children are left motherless, and you here to defend who did say and what if the MP didn't say. And so the only thing you took away from what happened today was to come out in defense of your member of parliament?
Wrong timing.
Some all you need.
Wrong timing.
I'm going to say what I wanted to say.
Wrong timing. Let's go for the break. We're
going to go for the break. It's a sad situation. For those of you who want to hear the sermon of the funeral, you can check my page. It's there. And I want to thank the pastor. I think it's Bishop George, who addressed the crowd and asked them to call for forgiveness and asking for the community to learn from this and to change their ways. It was very timely. And I hope the community heed his call. We're going to go for that break now, and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Talk, but we know talk. Come talk with us. The Street 919 FM. Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
As the election race heats up, the UNC is turning up the temperature. Ready to govern, ready to lead, and ready with the best candidates.
After almost 5 years, almost $300 billion, more citizens are struggling to survive than ever before.
With political leader Kamala Prasad Bisasa and the leaders of tomorrow.
The UNC Master Plan has 5 interconnected guiding principles which constitute our strategy for recovery, growth, and diversification.
Join our virtual campaign platform Thursday on this station. The United National Congress. Now is the time.
The Trinidad and Tobago General Elections 2020 is here on the street, 919 FM.
I have advised Her Excellency the President to dissolve this Parliament at midnight tonight. Nomination day, Madam Speaker, would be Friday, 17th of July, and polling day would be August 10th, 2020.
And the street 919 FM is proud to defend the nation yet again for another general election.
Tune in daily to hear your candidates and supporters live on the only station that gives you a platform for expression.
This is the General Elections 2020 on the street 919 FM.
Real talk from real people
on real issues that affect you.
No one talks politics like us. From the Parliament to the promenade. This is the 2020 General Election in Trinidad and Tobago. Right here on Street 919 FM, the home of the 2020 General Election.
I wish all my colleagues in this house a safe, happy, enjoyable, productive campaign.
Happy Hour is back at Jenny's on the Boulevard. This time, we're not offering 10%, but 30% off drinks. Monday to Thursday, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Get 30% off beers, Carib, Stag, Caribe, Guinness, and Heineken. 30% off rum, White Oak, Black Label, Absolute Vodka, and Blue Vodka. 30% off cocktails, margaritas, mojitos, Jenny's Long Island Iced Tea, and daiquiris. Also enjoy 10% discount every Friday and Saturday on sushi. And guess what? Our COVID specials remain. Ask for specials on takeout. Specials include 12% off all government ministry orders, 20% off desserts. Choose from our famous Chinese-style express buffet, the American menu, burgers, ribs, and more. Italian menu, pasta, and more. Feel like dining? Our in-house dining is back. Visit Jenny's on the Boulevard today. And do not forget to ask for specials. Opening daily between the hours of 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call us today at 625-1807, 395-3757, or 488-8800. Jenny's on the Boulevard for all your Chinese, American, and Italian needs.
Have a feast today. Come on down to Max Grill House, the home of quality foods, and barbecue is our specialty. Choose from our mouth-watering meals at our convenient locations: Enterprise, Arima, Curette, St. Helena, Tunapuna, Chaguanas, Montrose, and Mayaro. Pickup available. Call us today at 751-4198 or 321-5992. Have a feast today at Max Grill.
It's so long we're home. I have run out of clothes. I'm waiting for the Fab and J Expo to open.
Well, they're actually open already.
Finally. I was waiting for them since March.
And yes, I agree. I've been craving for the Indian food from Tandoori King.
I'll have dinner at Dosa's Diner, and I'll have dessert at Nanu's Kulfi.
Listen, we could now dine in their food court area.
All you think about is food, huh? But I can shop there. I have to buy some shalwar and matching jewelry and shoes. You know.
They also just added 5 more vendors with all new goods.
When are they starting?
What?
Fab India Expo, of course.
The Fab India Expo is open opposite the Medford gas station in Chaguanas. Check us out today.
Hi there. I'm Lester Sublal, inviting you to join me on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the 4th and 5th Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
As the election race heats up, the UNC is turning up the temperature. Ready to govern, ready to lead, and ready with the best candidates.
After almost 5 years and almost $300 billion, more citizens are struggling to survive than ever before.
With political leader Kamala Prasad Bisasa and the leaders of tomorrow.
The UNC Master Plan has 5 interconnected guiding principles which constitute our strategy for recovery, growth, and diversification.
Join our virtual campaign platform Thursday on this station. The United National Congress. Now is the time.
Unstoppable means nothing holding you back. True mobile freedom. No buffering in your binging. No pauses in your playlists. No lag in your live streams. More instant in your Instagram and more blazing in your browsing. Unstoppable means unlimited speed. Introducing TNT's biggest mobile data plans ever from B-Mobile. More data, more speed, and more value. And always on super fast 4G LTE all the time. Visit us online, in-store, or call us on 824-8788 to level up your mobile plan today.
Better vision for your physical eyes, and through the eyes of faith, let healing arise in your mind, body, and spirit. At Natural Heal Ministries, we teach kingdom principles for living that brings the blessing of God to your mind, body, and soul.
NHM Professional Associates are located at number 10 Moody Stewart Street, Monrepos, San Fernando. For more info, contact Dr. Desmond Phillip at NHM on 349-3494.
NHM Professional Associates can be heard live on the Street 919 FM every Saturday from 9:05 to 9:55 a.m.
We know the street because we talk to the street.
Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM.
All right, guys, we are back. I just want to touch base with those of you on the outside. Open the lines a bit.
All right, so you can call us at 342-0081. That's 342-0081. 466-5391. 466-5391. Call us live and get inside. We want to hear from you. All right, we'll also take your WhatsApp messages at 771-1791. And international callers, you could call us at 718-8743-860. All right, so we're taking your calls and your messages, your condolences, your love, your blessings. Get inside and send your message, all right?
All right, and let me say good afternoon to those of you on social media. Good afternoon to Lizanne Fontel. Lizanne, how are you? Hope you're good today. Of course, good afternoon to Crystal McNichols. Good afternoon to you, Crystal. All the best to you and your family. Good afternoon to Eugene Julian, that's locking us down, and Lennox Randy. Caller, you live? Ooh. You're going to have to call us back. Your radio is too loud. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Miss Welch.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Mr. X.
Good afternoon.
And the wider listeners of this radio station. Great to be living in Trinidad and Tobago, because people want to come from all way apart the world. Imagine a person selling tickets, selling you, and hear what they're telling you. We ain't saying that, but you could apply through my agency, so to see if we could get the ticket, so see if we could get the clearance for you to come. So if I come in to buy a plane ticket and you telling me apply to you, what that tells me? That I could purchase, that I purchasing something to you by buying the ticket? Anyhow, let's move on. You know we call that incident. I don't know if the same young lady was outside the mall with the fight with the man. All of a sudden, wow, she become a... yeah.
What are you talking about? You lost me.
Isha, come on.
Somebody selling tickets to come home?
Well, apparently, the National Security Minister made a statement yesterday. And a lady, who I don't know, she name pop up, or this name pop up, with a man, with a fight in the mall with the wife. Remember that man?
Oh.
He was the most essential Hindu in the UNC.
Okay.
Remember that man?
I remember.
He was the most prominent Hindu. He used to make all of them look small, but our man make he get short. But anyhow, let's move on.
Okay.
Right, we're talking about the funeral. Do you know any funeral that is lively? The only funeral I know people that bury people and laugh at. And if you're a true African, depending on which part in Africa you come from, we celebrate your death. Right?
What does that mean?
Well, in the Western world, all funerals are sad.
Okay, so you're trying to be sarcastic about the situation?
I'm being very serious.
Okay, so how do you refer to a funeral? Not as being very sad?
Well, again, depends on which part of the world you come from. But anyhow, let's move on.
Thanks, appreciate that much.
You see, because we end up with a situation about, we said we're not going to make it political, but the conversation went down like, how Hines make that statement? That is a man making an allege against a man who is not here. First thing first.
You understand that this man is grieving, right?
I understand all of that. And I'm also saying that that is a man making a statement against a man who is not here to defend himself.
And I'm saying whether that is the case or it's not the case, I addressed it from the angle of whether it was said or it's not said. Mr. Hines needs to reach out to this family and deal with it from a issue of getting counseling for them.
Let's say that was said. And it was said in the context that here we're going on. Partner, I want to come down the road, you know. But you remember the last time when I come down the
that still doesn't hold a place in this particular situation, in my humble opinion.
The man said to him, this is what transpired. And we are asking the question because you showed it out to us being what the man said. And
the man is the one who brought up the issue. I didn't know about it until he said it on air.
Okay, Miss Wells, I understand that. So I am saying as a listener who is listening outside here, want to form an opinion based on the man topic and based on what was maybe said by Mr.
So out of
Hines.
everything that the man said, the only thing you want to defend is Mr. Hines?
I am not defending Mr. Hines.
Well, I'm trying to figure out where the conversation is going.
The conversation is going on a road. I'm defending what was said. I'm not defending Mr. Hines.
What was said?
I am simply saying, since we don't want to make this thing political and the person is already dead, every I'm saying a funeral is a sad place. So instead of we having this conversation, we should be inviting Mr. Hines to call the radio station. And Mr. Hines, something was said here about you. Is this so? Ms. West, enjoy your evening.
Thank you so much. I want to make this absolutely clear. This, in my opinion, is not about Mr. Hines. This is about the young lady losing of her life and the fact that the family believes they're not going to get justice. The father brought up the situation of what was said to him by Mr. Hines, whether it was said, it wasn't said, I was not there. However, I addressed this situation by asking the Member of Parliament to reach out to the family and to send counseling. I don't want to make this about Mr. Hines because we're going to take away from the fact that a young lady lost her life and 5 children without a mother.
I saw that
That is what I want to get out of the conversation. Whether he say it or he didn't say it, it's not, in my opinion, relevant. And if it was or wasn't said, then he needs to call the family and address it from the Member of Parliament perspective and send some couple councillors down there and address the situation from that. But I don't want to make this about Mr. Hines. Then we're taken away from the fact that we're burying this young lady who died before her time. And I think she should take precedence over this entire situation and not what somebody said and who didn't say it. I could be wrong, but that is how I feel about the situation.
I just got some information that the family is receiving counseling. Actually, the counselor that is working with the family, she's on site now. And I just got some information from her husband that, you know, she's there with them and she's been there with them since the shooting. So the family is getting some form of counseling. But, you know, we have to, like Isha said, really keep the issue in our front. Keep it in front of us. And regardless of the man choosing to say that, I think he felt aggrieved that that conversation came up. That man is a grieving man, you know. Let's be sensitive to the situation.
That man is a grieving man.
I agree that we should be sensitive to the situation.
Grasping to come to terms with what is happening. And the only thing we can find to do is to debate whether it was said by the MP or not said. That's the only thing we want to take away from this. Caller, you're live.
Good afternoon, Mr.X, and good afternoon, Mr. Trinidad and Tobago.
Good afternoon.
Isha, did I hear you mention that the media the newspaper stated that the police,
the shooter is unknown.
Shooter of that young lady is unknown?
Yeah, the shooter is unknown.
Trinidad is not a real place as it is. Aisha, there's a video clearly showing where before even the police pull the gun out, they show when the police walk up in the blue shirt and pull the gun out, and then they go shot aiming in the direction where the young lady and others was. There's a video. Just as there was a video with the police killing in Caledonia, and up to now, the people who were supposed to be investigating those murders said that the police should be suspended. And we understand that Gary Griffin make a press conference and saying that police would not be suspended now. It's all kind of madness. All kind of madness. It's like racket going on in Trinidad and Tobago. Now we leave the politics out. We deal with the killing of the young lady. How the newspapers could print that the killing is unknown when there is video showing when there is witness upon witness pointing out the police officer that pulled the gun out and shoot, even he, after he shoot the woman, pick up the woman and tie the woman in the bus. It's all there for people to see. And yet still, we can't get the media to print the truth. Aisha, it's really that sad there. And again, I do not expect anything different from Mr. Hines. I am sorry to say, I do not expect anything different, anything positive, especially when it comes from people in Laventille on the Peterman and these places, John, Silas, Mova, Caledonia. I do not expect nothing good coming from Hines. Hines have been in the PNM for too long. Hines should have been retired from politics. Hines should have packed up the bag a long time ago and get somebody young, young blood, young and energetic. But then again, these old people, the voice of the youth, they don't hear it. It is go through one ear and come out the next. All they try to do is shut me down. And as we see, the madness continue to go on. Aisha is not going to end here. It's going to have a lot more to come. Aisha, have a blessed afternoon, and Trinidad and Tobago, be safe.
Thank you so much. Let's see who's there. Caller, you live.
Hi, good evening.
Good afternoon.
I just wanted to say you are quite right, Aisha. That should not have been brought up at all by the Member of Parliament if it was he that said that. And you're quite right in answering, on both sides, the PNM and the UNC. I stand in the middle, even though I support the PNM. I stand a wrong is a wrong. And on both sides, they are fanatics and psychopaths with blinders. I guess Rowley Jr. will call to defend that as well. But that particular caller who came to defend Mr. Hines, I noticed he talked like a big bully all the time. But I listening on, right? And I'm a supporter of PNM, but that is wrong if it is so by Mr. Hines, and he has to make an apology if that is the case, because that's insensitive. That's a time of bereavement. So I would like, we shouldn't bring up that as the topic, but I just felt that I'm on your side on this, as in many other things that you and Mr. X has presented every evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, caller. Again, we're making this whole topic about Hines, We completely missed the fact that a young lady lost her life and the shooter is unknown and the family is asking for justice, We are hell-bent on either defending or not defending this situation. That's where this is going to go, Let me take a few more before we switch gears and let me save my sanity. Caller, you live.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I just want to say something, People wouldn't like this. But I just talk from reality and life. I just think out of a box. And the box is like this. For years, black people have been killing black people. We know police have been killing people. That young lady who got killed, when I think about it, what she was doing out there.
Caller, I have to stop you there. Thanks. I'm not going to do victim blaming with you today. I am not going to do big victim blaming with you whatsoever today.
I think the point needs to be made clearly today that 2 lives were lost in that particular situation. Whether she was out there or not, whether she was in the front lines or the back, the life is gone. 5 children now motherless, without a mother figure in the home alongside that father. So we have to look at what really matters about those children moving forward.
Caller, good afternoon.
Good day, Aisha.
Hey, Gemma, how you doing?
Fine. Good. Yeah, and good day, Mr. X.
Hi, Gemma.
Yes, Mr. X, remember yesterday I spoke to the guy and I told him that I will bring the thing same tomorrow.
Yes.
I have everything in place, but I have an appointment on Friday for 1 o'clock in Barataria. So I want to arrange, and I don't know what to do in the mind, I want to arrange a ticket for him and carry it for him on Friday instead.
All right, so you need to get back the number?
Yes.
All right,
yes.
Okay. Well, we'll try to get it for you. Listen, and then we'll go and search for it for you.
Yeah, all right. Okay, thanks.
Right,
yeah,
no
right.
Thank you, Jamal. Caller, you live?
Yeah.
Caller, are you there? Just now? Well, call me back when you're ready now. Please and thanks. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon again. Actually, I'm not victim blaming. But you know something? I hear everybody's argument. What caused the death of, in all, you know what people died? 6 people died. You know that, Mr. X?
In when? Today?
This whole incident, no. This whole incident took the life of 6 people. You want to check? Oh, yeah, 6 people.
6?
The policeman first, and we just forget that. That is where the whole. So we have a family, a law officer who was paid my taxpayers' dollars, paid to send me to school and become a police officer. I have lost that value because of how to describe them. Right? Lo and behold, we are saying now the execution of 3 men by the police officers. That's what we're saying now, right? And there was a protest. So that is 4. And a lady come out to join the protest, pregnant. And she died, and the baby died. Off of one group of people killing one policeman. And you know what they tell me? They sign peace now. Black people, wake up now, man. Isha, enjoy your evening.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, caller live.
Hi, Isha.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. Let me say condolences to the family. Mr. X.
Greetings.
Yesterday I heard your question. One day I will get it. Aisha.
Yes.
And when you're not there, don't hurt your head. We'll keep Mr. X company.
Thank you.
I have more to say, but not today. I will leave it there for now.
You always leaving it there, not me and you. Now you're a setup man, you know. So when we come back, we're gonna switch gears. I don't know where Barataria was going with that, because I attended the funeral of the lady that lost her life, who was shot and killed in the protest by, according to the media, an unknown shooter. I just interviewed the husband of that young lady, and I am addressing this particular situation. I don't want to go all over the place and take away from the fact that a woman was shot and killed, what could be possibly by the hands of the law enforcement, unjustly. She was unarmed. I don't want to take away from that. I think her family deserves justice. And that will be lost with all the other rhetoric that we're trying to bring into this scenario. So I want to remain focused on this particular situation. And that's where I want to leave that right here and right now. Again, I'm calling for the authorities to intervene on this family's behalf. You said that they are getting counseling.
Yeah.
He did not say that. So I want to thank the people who are providing counseling to the family. Whether more is needed, I don't know what the experts will say on the situation. But this family needs support. This family needs a lot of support. And I hope they get it. And I hope they get the justice. And this opportunity, and I'll say it like Bishop George here at the funeral, this should give us an opportunity to do some soul searching in our own lives. You don't know how your turn would come.
So true.
I know she woke up that morning not knowing she would have been dead before lunchtime. Whether she went to the shop, saw the protest, take out her phone and record, or according to Corporal, she willingly joined the protest, I don't know. However, the situation remains an innocent civilian that was unarmed, lost her life and the life of her child, most likely, most possibly, by the hands of a law enforcement officer. And that cannot go undone. I'm going to leave it there and we'll be right back.
We know the streets because we talk to the streets.
Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
As the election race heats up, the UNC is turning up the temperature. Ready to govern, ready to lead, and ready with the best candidates.
After almost 5 years, almost $300 billion, more citizens are struggling to survive than ever before.
With political leader Kamala Prasad Bisesa and the leaders of tomorrow.
The UNC Master Plan has 5 interconnected guiding principles, which constitute our strategy for recovery, growth, and diversification.
Join our virtual campaign platform Thursday on this station. The United National Congress. Now is the time.
What are you sleeping on? Did you know that you may be sleeping on dead skin cells, dust mites, and bodily fluids? Do you suffer with aches, pain, stiffness, and other sleep disorders? Studies show that you should replace your mattress every 7 to 10 years for better health, better support, and a better night's sleep. Visit a sleep center today at Quartz and find the perfect mattress for you. Quartz, bringing value home.
Hey guys, it's Isha here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home or, get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatetT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
The Trinidad and Tobago General Elections 2020 is here on the Street 919 FM.
I have advised Her Excellency the President to dissolve this Parliament at midnight tonight. Nomination day, Madam Speaker, would be Friday, 17th of July, and polling day would be August 10th, 2020.
And the Street 919 FM is proud to defend the nation yet again for another general election.
Tune in daily to hear your candidates and supporters live on the only station that gives you a platform for expression.
This is the General Elections 2020 on the Street 919 FM.
Real talk from real people
on real issues that affect you.
No one talks politics like us. From the Parliament to the Promenade, this is the 2020 General Election in Trinidad and Tobago. Right here on Street 919 FM, the home of the 2020 General Election.
I wish all my colleagues in this house a safe, happy, enjoyable, productive campaign.
Stop what you're doing and listen to this ad. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's Customer Appreciation Weekend at Rupner and Buyers Mart. Get 25% off store-wide. Yes, you heard right. 25% off everything. Spread the word, the good news. It's 25% off store-wide. No exceptions. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Rupner and Buyers Mart or Mira Road Arima next to Extra Foods. Phone 610-9000.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Tobago is like one big happy family, and in this time of pandemic, our family values have never been stronger. We are stronger together, Tobago, and together, with a name you can depend on, we are moving into the new normal with quality food from Chef and Barbecue.
On mornings when I'm on my way to work, I like to pass by Chef's and BBQ for a hot cow heel soup or a bacon saltfish to start the day. And now I hear breakfast is $20. And then me I go. The staff nice too, you know. Hello. Chef's is the place to go.
Chef and Barbecue is renowned in Tobago for home-style cooking using the best Tobago has to offer and more. Visit a Chef and Barbecue near you today and get that home-cooked meal you've been missing. Call to order and pick up your meals hot and ready at Chef's and Barbecue. There's no chef like a Tobago chef.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
Here's your opportunity to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly and guests as they lead in worship ministries of the Word and Prayer. That's every Sunday at 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. and every Wednesday from 9 p.m. to midnight on the street 919 FM, where we deal with today's issues from a biblical perspective. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. You'll be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Your life and family will never be the same. You are welcome to visit our website, www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Like us on Facebook. Your financial support will be greatly appreciated. Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank. You can contact us at 753-1113.
Unstoppable means nothing holding you back. True mobile freedom. No buffering in your binging. No pauses in your playlists. No lag in your live streams. More instant in your Instagram and more blazing in your browsing. Unstoppable means unlimited speed. Introducing TNT's biggest mobile data plans ever from B-Mobile. More data, more speed, and more value. And always on super fast 4G LTE all the time. Visit us online, in-store, or call us on 824-8788 to level up your mobile plan today.
Talk your talk, but we know talk. Come talk with us. The Street 919 FM.
All right, we are back, Mr. X. So, my intention was to move on from this particular topic until I saw an article dated 18 hours ago. Now, mind you, I did not see any papers for the day because I've been out and about since pretty early.
Right.
But according to The Guardian, by an article done by Peter Christopher 18 hours ago, headline, Gary, no police were near Onella when she was shot. According to the article, no police officer or vehicle was near the Beetham Gardens resident, Onella Graves, up to 3 minutes prior to her being shot. This is the claim of the Commissioner of Police, Gary Griffith, as he made reference to an initial footage review done during the police investigation into Graves' death. We have found video footage to show that when the unfortunate death of that lady in the Beetham, we have video footage and you are looking around and there was absolutely no police officer or vehicle around that area for about 3 minutes until that police vehicle turned up, Griffith said during the weekly TTPS media briefing at the Police Administration building in Port of Spain yesterday. Grace was shot last Tuesday as she recorded protest demonstrations at Beetham Gardens following the shooting death of Joel Jacobs, Israel Clinton, and Noel Diamond at 2nd Caledonia Mova on June 27th. She was taken to hospital by police where she died receiving treatment. Yesterday, however, Griffith said that contrary to the suggestions by Beetham residents, police were not immediately near the scene of the accident. When the individual was on the ground, There was no police officer around for several minutes before they arrived, Griffith said. However, videos being shared on social media on the day of the incident seem to have shown officers at the site when Graves was then shot. Those officers immediately responded to place her in a vehicle. Even one particularly on the Beetham resident accused one of the officers in the group of being a part of the shooting. Griffith yesterday admitted they were also seeking more footage relative to the incident, as they have not ruled out the possibility that the pregnant mother of 5 was killed by the police. I have been liaising with the forensics department to put it as a priority. We have to look at the ballistics to verify what weapon was fired. Why is the mic songing so?
I don't know.
What weapon was fired, and I have asked the DCP operations, Mr. Jason Ford, to look at the video footage of all police vehicles several minutes prior to the shooting, several minutes after, and we were getting weapons of all the police that were able to look at true ballistic testing to see if any of these weapons were fired, he said. The commissioner also again bemoaned the lengthy time period receiving to complete forensic testing. So you understand why this family believes wholly and solely they are being pappy-showed, taken for a fool, and the fact that they would not get justice?
I mean, one of my issues with that particular article in terms of the information relayed from the police commissioner is that no other conversation matters aside the ballistic conversation. The ballistics of the bullet is exactly what matters in this conversation, and it's unfortunate that Gary Griffith himself would choose to take that line, because in the investigation into the police officers, while all the residents were clamoring, well, look, we have the video, look, you're seeing it on the video, look, you're seeing things on the video. It is clear that for the life of me, I can't understand why Gary would use that particular argument when you yourself debunk the video evidence argument by saying there's no real evidence really that you could see in the video. So unless you have a video that you're willing to produce for the public, don't mention the video. Unless the video could turn from intelligence to information to be used for evidence, Gary Griffith's words, unless the video has clear information, clear intelligence that you could turn into information that can be used as evidence, it should not be mentioned, because you bemoan the public about not using that. So I think, Gary Griffith, you've made a wrong step there, and the only focus here should be the forensics, should be the ballistics of that bullet.
In my humble opinion, the case already prejudiced, if that is the case.
Because I could tell you, I understand where he's coming from in that video, but that's a week-old story. And it's a WEAK story as well.
But it seems to be a position the commissioner intends to take not only on this situation, but on others as well. Because you have before you an article. You want to share it with us?
Yes, and this is a Newsday article written by Elizabeth Gonzalez. And it's on the Newsday page. You can check it on Facebook as well too. Sent on leave. 7 cops sent on leave is the title of the article. Elizabeth Gonzalez and Darren Bahau. I hope I got that right, Darren. My apologies. 7 officers involved in the fatal shooting of 3 men in Mova have been sent on leave to quell public disquiet over a perception of possible contamination of the police investigation into the case. The officers were served on Tuesday with notices entitled administrative leave and signed by an officer representing the Commissioner of Police. Another 11 officers have also been assigned to desk duty. They are said to also be involved in the shooting. The officers are being represented by attorneys Israel Khan and Ulrich Skerrett. The letters told 7 officers to go on administrative leave immediately for 3 months in the first instance. In the circumstances, you are to cease to report for duty pending the determination of inquiries resulting from allegations made against you. All right, it said that the action came after growing concerns about impartiality of the police service. This letter is dated July 7th. Today is what day?
Today is the 8th.
This is yesterday, and the Newsday has it here, and they have a copy of the letter as well in that article. You can check it out online. The article goes on to say that Newsday learned that 18 officers were involved in the mover operation on June 27th, when 3 jeep loads of police stopped a Nissan Tida along Juman Drive, and we know what took place from there, and we have the video footage. Several officers ran into the car, guns pointed at the occupants, and they give a full account of it. You could go read those details. I will move down the story to say that the officers who were assigned to the Interagency Task Force and the GEB, that's Guardian Emergency Branch, both were based in Aranguez and were on patrol in Mover. And Police Commissioner Gary Griffiths said the officers will be removed from active duty, operational and administrative, so that the contents and outcome of the investigation will not be tampered with. This is not in any way to be seen as a sign that the officers are being accused or blamed or disciplined for wrongdoing. Griffith said that at a press conference on Tuesday to respond to calls by the PCA to suspend all officers involved. Now, the PCA on Monday formally advised the commissioner to immediately suspend them all, but Griffith maintained that the PCA, an independent body, did not have the authority to make such a recommendation and did not provide any preliminary report to support its position. PCA Director David West offered no comment when asked to respond about the commissioner's criticism, but one legal source referred to the legislation governing powers of the PCA, which is Section 21(1)(d), that says it shall advise the police service and other public authorities on ways in which police corruption and serious police misconduct may be eliminated as the legal parameter for the body to give such advice. They pointed out that the suspension of officers leave little or no room for police corruption and serious police misconduct to take place during the investigation. The PCA has already got the video footage and statements from witnesses and is pressing to complete its probe as quickly as possible. The PCA said in a statement on Monday that its Deputy Director, Michelle Solomon Bashk, had already briefed the DPP, Roger Gaspard, on the matter, which described as highly sensitive, and said they wouldn't offer much more information. Griffith said the recommendation to suspend the officers was unprofessional, and there's no evidence that any of the policemen involved breached the law. The PACA doesn't recommend suspension, they recommend criminal or disciplinary actions. For them to state this type of action they want taken, that is where he has the problem. That's a quote from Gary Griffith. Gary Griffith says the PCA doesn't recommend suspensions, and for them to state this type of action, that is where we have the problem. Police Social Services and Welfare Association President Gideon Dixon said the PCA acted unfairly, spurious, and was prejudiced against the police officers. He said the outcome of the PCA investigation is unprofessional, seeing a complete investigation hasn't been done. So a lot of little war of the words going on here, and the PCA is saying our recommendation is that you suspend the officers so they don't tamper with the investigation.
I think that would be common sense.
I think it is a play on words here, and as Colin Membert had coined it, you're playing smart with foolishness here, I would think. And I mean, Mr. Griffith, I have nothing against you personally, but I am seeing areas where you could improve in terms of your PR. If your communications team is listening, there are areas where you need to act a little bit differently.
Did you see the press release he put out yesterday?
No, I didn't see Gary Griffith's press release.
There was a press release from the PCA.
From the PCA? No, I didn't see PCA's press release.
No, I think it might have been from the Commissioner of Police. Did you see it?
No.
So there's a press release circulating on social media. Get it so we could properly quote it.
There's a press release from
either a Facebook page. Go to Gary Griffith's wall. It's either his personal
his
view
post.
or
I saw his post yesterday.
What was his post?
Yes, no, I had, because I made a note of it so that I can refer back to it. Let me see, Gary. Because I was looking into this situation as we start to get to a place where we're looking for results and whether justice will be served and so on and so forth. Which one of these pages, boy? I think it's this page here. I did see a post from it. It wasn't an official press release. It was like a Donald Trump kind of thing. Right, I saw this one. To all police officers and their family, just know that whilst I hold the post of leader of service, I will always be on your side and defend you if required. You will never walk alone. That was yesterday.
Again, in my humble opinion.
That's his post. That's a Donald Trump kind of move.
In my humble opinion, again, it shows a bias. Reading that post and then listening to what was recommended by the PCA, and obviously this post is in response to that. What else would the families conclude in this situation? That they may not get the justice that they deserve for their loved ones?
And this is why I'm saying you have to be careful with your public relations and how you relate to the public. I think if in the interest of softening the blow and making sure that we quell the tensions that exist around this situation, your professional position should not be to be as challenging as you are currently. We've passed that stage. The riots and the protests are at bay. It's time now to empathize. And even if you haven't learnt empathy from being a ministerial assistant and being a minister and now being a commissioner of police, it may be that you might need to talk to Anthony Watkins and ask him to come and do a speech at the police service to explain the power of empathy. Because what Gary Griffith has essentially done here is say to the public, I'm defending my officers, I'm behind all you, I'm backing all you. And while his actions have sent them on administrative leave, that particular focus has not been the focus, and that is what would quell or give some comfort to people. Excuse me. If we say that, if you come out and say, people, we have removed the officers from active duty, I respect the position of the PCA, I thank them for their service, and I look forward to a complete investigation.
I think that will be the moral and ethical thing to do.
In the meantime, we have put 7 officers on administrative leave. They will not be rostered for work. They will not be working. Those 7 officers, until we've gotten a proper full investigation from the PCA and the advice from the DPP, because an officer really and truly, what Gary should tell you, Trinidad and Tobago, is that you cannot suspend a permanent officer unless the criminal charges have been brought against him. You cannot just suspend an officer just because a man in the street has come out and said, he beat me up, he shoot behind me. Because if that was the case, then anybody could just walk off the street and charge police officers. There is a process and a procedure, and if your communications department doesn't understand how to ring you by the shoulder and say, yo, you're spoiling your good name and damaging the office of the commissioner by being so abrasive, then somebody needs to be taken to task in terms of making sure we understand what should be said to the public. We are at a ticklish situation. Now is not the time for aggression and bad man talk and buffing up your chest. Now is not the time for that. Now is the time to empathize.
I just find it's unfortunate that the system does never really work for us. We in these type of communities. Somehow, somewhere, the system never works for us when it comes to getting these type of situations dealt with. I have seen it in the past where officers were sent on suspension across the country for various things. I'm not sure what the law says or does not say on the situation. However, I think it may be the ethical thing to do.
I think so.
To put an officer who may or may not have been involved in this situation on desk duty, while this is an active investigation, it leaves a lot of speculation.
And that is what they're saying.
I agree with the PCA at this time. What is the head of the PCA's name?
Does he lady?
No, I think it may have been a man. David West, is he still the head?
No, I don't think so. I think they just quoted the lady who are getting it fair. Because this is the first time I really hear about the PCA actually having something to do. Sorry to say it like that, but I think there are many other cases that should have drawn the PCA's attention and their response. However, I'm now looking at it as, you know, this is the first time it's come up. And it's unfortunate that they took protest action and stuff like that to make these organizations get, you know, recognized.
Somebody is confirming it is David West.
It's
Thank
David
you
West?
so much, Dean Wolf. Wayne Wolf.
Yes,
I'm going to
PC
go
Director
to the
David West
lines
is
and take some calls. Do you believe the officers involved in this incident relating to the killing of the 3 men in Caledonia should be sent on suspensions, or are you in a support with the PCA, or do you support the Commissioner of Police and allow them to continue their desk duty? Caller, good afternoon.
A pleasant afternoon to you.
How you doing, Tabakid?
Happy to be alive.
Great.
And to the brother Mr.X.
Greetings.
Yes, let me go straight to it. I am saying the police in this incident should be suspended. But I want to say something to the Commissioner of Police this afternoon. You is not a law unto yourself. If you have bodies like the Law Association, the Prime Minister of the country is calling for a full-scale investigation. Mr. Commissioner, you came in on a high. Understand this. As far as that I know, this is still an independent country. Yes, you want to defend your men. However, at the cost of what? I have been observing you, and I am saying to you, Mr. Commissioner, slow down. You're speaking out of turn. In other words, you're putting the cart before the horse. And I am saying in this incident here, you should have hold your hands a bit. You is not Billy the Kid. You cannot function in a democracy in that way. You see, I'll tell you something, If you have gasoline and you have a boxer match, then what you're saying is a fuel pump for confusion, so to speak, in layman terms. But let me repeat here. If you have the Prime Minister of the country is saying that the residents should go about this peacefully, but he said, however, there need to be a full-scale investigation into this matter. So then, Gary Griffith, if based upon what you are saying, then you are saying to our Prime Minister, look, you just hush your mouth, I the Commissioner of Police, and I will do as I see it fit. And Gary Griffith, Mr. Tabakit is saying to you this afternoon, you're heading down dangerous road. And I will ask you, pull back, hold your hand. Because when you have all independent bodies is now calling, the Law Association is now saying, look, you need to suspend the men. We need a full-scale investigation into this matter. Gary Griffith, trust me, Tabakit went out. Isha Welch, I think you was on the program. And I remember I was on your program vouching for Gary. Gary. Well, hear me, Mr. Commissioner. And I know you're listening, because you see this hot program, it will be a talking point for you. And Papa Tabakit is telling you this evening, you're heading down a slippery slope. Check yourself. Hold your hand, Mr. Commissioner. Tabakit out and out.
Thank you so much, Tabakit. And again, it goes back, in my opinion, to this one shot, one kill type of attitude. It goes right back there for me. Because on one hand, you're saying, once the officers is in a position where their life may be on the line, then they have the right to return fire. And then on the other hand, there is the post saying, well, I would defend my officers as any cost. And I just think it just doesn't sit well. You're a commissioner of police for the entire country. And at least, if this is how you think in your mind, hold it until an investigation is finished now. Hold your thoughts until the investigation is finished. Call of your life.
Right. Ms. Welsh.
Yes.
We live in Trinidad, is a real place and a real. So let me see if I could carry you back some. Quick. The one shot, one kill. I didn't, Guy Griffith is not my favorite person, and I don't agree to that statement. Right? But let's move on. A few weeks ago, Gary Griffith was taken to court by a police officer who he asked to take voluntary retirement. Out of 300 of them are on the same suspension because of some sort of alleged shooting or whatever activities they were in. So you was asking them what they were going on. Well, they're getting paid and all they ain't doing nothing. Or they could take some kind of retirement and maybe depend on how the matter turns out, they could come back. And he probably suspend that man. And you know where that took him? To court. and the person won the matter. Gary Griffith issue is that the PCA, that information that the PCA sent out to the press, what he is saying that should have come to me first, and let the PCA and I have a discussion, and we will discuss the matter, and then we will move on. And so now he come and he suspended 6 officers with full pay, because that was his argument. You know what that cost taxpayers for the 300 of them? Look it up, Mr. X, and you will see a few weeks ago, before this whole incident, Gary Griffith had this very same complaint. Enjoy the evening.
Thank you so much. The lines are open. We'll continue to take more calls. Let me read some of your comments. Anne-Marie Solomon said, I said yesterday, they're supposed to be suspended until the investigation is finished. Lisa Perkins said, I'm sorry to say Gary Griffith needs to take it down, while Faith Johnson says, yeah, Yankers have things, my love. Judith Clark says, when all investigations are carried out and reports are pointing to them, then they should be fired. In the meantime, leave them on desk duty. Thank you so much. Good afternoon.
Hi, good day, Aisha.
Good afternoon.
Good day, Mr.X.
Hello.
Right. You see, I find Gary Griffith speeding too much. Aisha, remember the incident that they had a party up in the guest house, Lisa's guest house?
Yeah, I remember.
Right. The whole 18 men, so my family was there now. The whole 18 and went down, it boiled down to 12, they let go because certain military was involved in it. Right? So when time comes, let them answer where the others gone.
All right, caller. Well, that's the views of the caller, not the views of myself, Mr. X, or the management and staff of the Street 919 FM. Good afternoon, your life.
Hi, Mr. Bird.
Hey, how you doing?
In relation to the stuff of the last caller there, Gary Griffith was called upon to deal with a situation where he had 300 officers on suspension. One of them went to court, and Gary Griffith, the state had was to pay. So you just cannot suspend the officers. There is a procedure to go through. You just cannot suspend these officers. Everybody needs to get the proper facts that the public will understand properly. Yes, it's a loss of lives, but understand the proper procedure.
I am going, caller, based on the recommendation of the PCA headed by David West. That's where I stand with that.
I understand what you're saying. The police complaint authority, they are there to investigate things. They can't make decisions on what you should do with your officers.
So are you saying that they were ill-advised in their recommendation on how to address this and they do not understand the law? Is that what you're saying?
To an extent, I believe so, because we heard from the guy who speaks for the police body, the black guy. He said something different. So there are certain things the commissioner could do that the PCA cannot do.
Well, I would hate to think that an independent body such as the PCA is ill-advised, because if that's the case, we'll have to reopen all of the other jurisdictions they would have elaborated on.
Isha, when Gary Griffith spoke to the officer who was on suspension and was advising them, he was taken to court and he lost. So therefore, that action can be taken. He can be in problems with the first or second.
Well, if that's the case, caller, let's disband the PCA because they're ill-advised, they're ill-informed, and they don't understand the law.
Well, yes, something has to be out, But let us come together and acquire the proper information that the public will be properly well informed.
I am just going based on the PCA. Yeah? Thank you so much for sharing. Let's take a few more. I would hate to think that we have persons in the PCA who don't know what they're talking about, that don't understand the law, and are ill-advised. Then that is another kettle of fish.
That's a whole other kettle of fish. But it seems, unfortunately, to be like that based on what reports.
32 seconds, caller. I can't take you now. Feel free to call me back after the break. I'll take your call then. We're gonna go for the break, boy. I ain't lie. Anything that's work here if that's the case?
Well, no, and that's it. Some of our systems were invented so many years ago that it's not relevant
Well,
to today.
then probably it's
because
not.
that's exactly what the law says in the book. You know, they can't suspend unless they have criminal acts.
10 seconds.
charges.
Let's go.
They talk.
You talk. Come talk with us. On the street.
919 FM.
As the election race heats up, the UNC is turning up the temperature. Ready to govern, ready to lead, and ready with the best candidates.
After almost 5 years, almost $300 billion, more citizens are struggling to survive than ever before.
With political leader Kamala Prasad Bisasa and the leaders of tomorrow.
The UNC Master Plan has 5 interconnected guiding principles, which constitute our strategy for recovery, growth, and diversification.
Join our virtual campaign platform Thursday on this station. The United National Congress. Now is the time.
Unlimited 4G LTE speed on the other network? Fake news. B-Mobile is the real deal for 4G LTE. Switch now and get a 30-day free trial packed with 25 gigabytes of data, free WhatsApp, free talk, free text, and more. Check us online or in-store.
It's so long we're home. I have run out of clothes. I'm waiting for the Fab India Expo to open.
Well, they're actually open already.
Finally. I was waiting for them since March.
And yes, I agree. I've been craving for the Indian food from Tandoori King.
I'll have dinner at Dosa's Diner, and I'll have dessert at Nanu's Kulfi.
Listen, we could now dine in their food court area.
All you think about is food, huh? But I can shop there. I have to buy some shalwar and matching jewelry and shoes. You know.
They also just added 5 more vendors with all new goods.
When are they starting?
What?
Fab India Expo, of course.
The Fab India Expo is open opposite the Medford gas station in Shogunas. Check us out today.
The Trinidad and Tobago General Elections 2020 is here on the street, 919 FM.
I have advised Her Excellency the President to dissolve this Parliament at midnight tonight. Nomination day, Madam Speaker, would be Friday, 17th of July, and polling day would be August 10th, 2020.
And the Street 919 FM is proud to defend the nation yet again for another general election.
Tune in daily to hear your candidates and supporters live on the only station that gives you a platform for expression.
This is the General Elections 2020 on the Street 919 FM.
Real talk from real people
on real issues that affect you.
No one talks politics like us. From the Parliament to the Promenade. This is the 2020 General Election in Trinidad and Tobago. Right here on Street 919 FM, the home of the 2020 General Election.
I wish all my colleagues in this house a safe, happy, enjoyable, productive campaign.
Stop what you're doing and listen to this ad. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's Customer Appreciation Weekend at Rupner and Buyers Mart. Get 25% off store-wide. Yes, you heard right. 25% off everything. Spread the word, the good news. It's 25% off store-wide. No exceptions. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Rupner and Buyers Mart or Mira Road Arima next to Extra Foods. Phone 610-9000.
Bring your number and enjoy the best of 4G LTE on B-Mobile. Get a free 30-day trial with free data, WhatsApp, free talk, free text, and more. Plus, get 50% off your next 3 months. Check us online or in-store.
Every child is incredibly intelligent. Parents, reach higher. Be stronger. Join Oliver's Club, producer of the IBG line of educational products, right here every Thursday morning at 11:15. Get the genius out of the children. Hear how you can work with the IBG phonic program and see your children learn at least 200 times faster. Remember, IBG guarantees rapid progress for champions to turn this nation around. It's right here on 91.9 FM every Thursday morning at 11:50. For more info, call 336-3896 or 725-READ.
Sharing your goals, helping you find
find your place in the world. Peace and gratitude. God's holding your hand, leading the way, here for your needs, making sure that you succeed. Eastern's lending a hand. Eastern together, we're leading the way. Eastern Credit Union, leading the way.
Enagic change your water, change your life. Enagic water purifier, one machine, 5 types of water. Enagic makes strong Kangen water with an 11.5 pH. Kangen water with 8.5 to 9.5 pH, healthy drinking and cooking water. Clean water with 7.0 pH. Hair and plants with a 6.0 pH. Strong acid water with a 2.5 pH. This water is known to disinfect, kill viruses and bacteria. Listen to the Street 919 FM with Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday from 11:05 a.m. to noon and every Wednesday from 8:05 p.m. to 9 p.m. as he talks to you weekly about how to improve your quality of life through purifying and drinking water. For more information, call or WhatsApp Pastor John at 516-286-7079.
Yo, this is a Big Mike, not the mass man, the health man. Are you one of the 40 million people suffering with joint issues like rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis? Well, you are listening to the right ad. You have the ailment, we have the remedy. Call us now on 288-8301 or 346-2612.
Don't forget to tune in right here on the Street 919 FM every Wednesday from 10:05 a.m.
Performance beat all talk.
As the election race heats up, the UNC is turning up the temperature. Ready to govern, ready to lead, and ready with the best candidates.
After almost 5 years, almost $300 billion, more citizens are struggling to survive than ever before.
With political leader Kamala Prasad Bisasa and the leaders of tomorrow.
The UNC Master Plan has 5 interconnected guiding principles which constitute our strategy for recovery, growth, and diversification.
Join our virtual campaign platform Thursday on this station. The United National Congress. Now is the time.
Come talk with us. Real issues, hard talk, real talk on the street. 919 FM.
All right, so just a reminder, people, we are inside Iwer Stage. It continues this weekend. Tomorrow is going to be, as usual, Pan Night. And, of course, you can expect to see that wonderful, wonderful Calypso Showcase is happening on Friday as well. And, of course, Saturday, we have Soca and Real Good Vibes. And the Sunday Cook-Up, always a hoot, always a laugh. So look out for that. The Iwer Stage continues this weekend. Look out for more and pay attention to Street 919 FM to find out more. Remember, you can stream it live on Facebook at the Street 919 FM, and also you could tune in on YouTube at Iwer TV. All right, get it in your stream, get in, make some donations to these artists. We know our artists are now not in a position to actually make, the funds that they would be accustomed to, and just to survive. And while the ministry has offered some support in a nominal sum for some, we have to do what we can. So go to the FundMe TT page and give some support to our artists inside Iwer Stage. It is on this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Check it out online, all right? And let me say a special good afternoon to the peeps at the Indian Expo. The Indian Expo continues to be booming. Lots of great things. You ever went to the Indian Expo, Isha?
No, I can't say that I've been there.
No?
No.
Right.
Let's see who's on the lines. The lines have been busy. Caller, you are live.
Yeah, Isha.
Yes.
Good afternoon, and Mr.X. Good afternoon.
Yes, brother, Anderson.
Good afternoon.
I know that's your understand, but it's an election. Gary, I think you're going to go do it. But you see, Isha, and I'm going to call my sister name, because we were brought up in so much of social work. What's best village. Some people know where Queen's Hall is.
We know it's Village Council. Not like you want Stephen Westfield and the PNM have today. They have a PNM Village Council. You know what a real village council with that social moral values we were brought up with. One of our daddy. And probably, I think if there was Showman Kohim, all them get up from. I was going to keep on calling our name, you know? Because we could have never go up for donation, walk down Chagrin, St. James, all those stores, groceries, and we see me father, we mother, I didn't mean nothing. I must say, they went to Moby. Because yesterday I had two wedding parties, and you see, I want to explain so much of things, but let me make a long story short. When you look at the social aspects of things, I was definitely went on a good road. And it's still left we change the script. But you know all the police script now. And this has been a script probably since before I born. I born 1974, the 4th of January. The script has always been that you always shot at and you always came fire. I think it's time. My name is Anderson Smith. I don't know me good. Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder. And you want to know why the meaning of change the script? When someone will call me or come on up and tell the person why change the script. But I'll give all a little definition of it. Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder can see these 3 young men were murdered. And they're blind. I think you guys should watch first 48 hours. Like LAPD. Police patrol and these things. And so we apprehend criminals, real criminals, psychos, who murder in children, who murder in elderly, who just murder for fun. And so the police will apprehend them and take them to the closest judicial, justical, whether they are magistrate or judge. In Trinidad, you come out like a big, I don't know if it's a woman or what, 1 shot, 1 kill. I don't know if it's or something the police service have, that if you have intercourse with one, you could dare. Why just 1 shot, 1 kill? Where you get it from? How you get something almighty? Yeah, you got it fit. You can't call me. No time. But no officer to make me apologize for nothing.
Take it easy, Anderson. Don't say anything you would regret. Please don't.
No, I say nothing I will ever regret, girl. All advantage in poor people. And all your... Now, one justice is one and justice is the other. And time will stop that by youths watching on, stakeholders watching on, business people watching on, and they're talking. And you're looking good, my brother. I'm 46 years. I tell you, you're looking good. Ray Charles can see it. Stevie Wonder can see it. The whole of the blind institution can see it. Something wrong with you. Something wrong with you, my brother. Right, if you gotta go back to school, try and go back to school now. If it's the police college or whatever, try and go to one of them. I shall look on and listen because so much I can say. God be with all you, know. All you continue to advantage in the poor man. And feel God in watching all you.
Thank you. Caller, you live.
Yeah, good day to you, Mr.
Good day to you.
And Mr. X.
Greetings.
Now, what's about this thing? Death of the police, right? No, we didn't see that death. But we see the death of everything else. All the others. Now the police will get compensated. I don't know if the death, what we saw, if them will get compensated. But let me tell you detectives today. The woman who died, what part of her, I didn't see the video, I must well see it.
Okay.
What part of her body did the bullet launch? In her head or chest or what?
At her hip side, I think it went through the side, her side, and exit the other side, from what I was told.
She was in a crowd?
It was a group of them standing there, yeah.
So nobody didn't duck, nobody didn't hear the shot?
I think it was unexpected. From the video, it looked as though it hit everyone in the, by surprise. It was really out of the blue, let me put it that way.
You're sure it's not a rifle, a sniper?
I don't know, I cannot say.
This is very important because nobody didn't duck, nobody didn't hear the shot. She just fall. Was it a sniper? I mean, you must see the police who shoot or whatever. wherever the bullet come from or wherever. But what I'm saying, if you see that, and she just saw just on you, nobody didn't see the reaction of the police shooting, because if you see the reaction of the police...
I suggest you go and see the video without giving your explanation.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying, what I saw in that protest on a video...
Caller, you just said you didn't see the video.
No, on a certain video. Before that, no. What I'm saying, I see certain guns with silencer on it.
Well, I don't know if that is connected. Caller, I hear you, but we cannot connect something that you saw to this situation.
Yeah.
Let's be careful.
At the end, you know, I just saying what I saw in the video. Everybody see it. All I'm saying, this is a particular situation. You never to know what caused the peace treaty. It could be that certain people know what happened, and they decide, well, look, innocent people falling. Let us
we can't speculate on this killing. I don't want us to do that. This needs a thorough investigation.
Yeah, I mean, the lady and the three guys will die because the police getting compensated. Yeah, so his family will get money. So why the other victims and them get compensation too? Whether it's not the police or what, they're supposed to get compensation in a sense that it was something in act, something was happening. You understand? So they need compensation, as they say. But at the end of the day, we are nurturing ourselves with blood. You understand? And whatever will happen, them know we are becoming like them. All we want is blood. Because blood will come from the sky. They are just like us. All of a sudden, the sun coming up, and just so the peace treaty, blood stop shooting one another. This is something very deep, and we're not watching it, my friend. My friend, you all have a body. I just speculate.
All right, thanks. Speculation, it could be dangerous, especially when there's an active investigation.
Yeah.
Again, I don't want to take away from the fact that a pregnant woman was shot. She was unarmed. What could possibly, might be, maybe be at the hands of the police. And I think the family deserves a thorough investigation into this. I don't want to speculate. Maybe it was a man with a silencer based on a video you saw unrelated to this one. I don't want to speculate. Maybe it's because of the peace treaty, because how unfortunate that the gangs now join. I don't want to speculate based on that. I don't want to speculate based on the fact that now we're hearing there was no police officers around for 3 minutes after the woman was shot or before the woman was shot. I don't want to speculate these things. I want to have a thorough investigation done into this. I want to get the ballistics report. I want this family to seek justice for this killing. That is what I would like to happen. I don't want to confuse her case with the policeman that was killed in Caledonia. I don't know him. I pray for his family. I pray God give him strength. He was a handsome policeman in the prime of his life. He did not deserve to die that way, and I hope his killers be brought to justice and burn in hell for what they did to that young policeman. But I do not want to link this situation to that, because I'm seeing people saying, why is he ain't talk about the policeman? I cannot link the two situations because they are separate and apart. And I pray all families that lost victims get justice. However, it should not be used that we ignore her situation and choose which situation we should highlight or not. That is not my rule. So persons are asking, so why you didn't attend the funeral of the policeman? I did not know the policeman and his family. I grieve and sympathize with them. But I know this family. I know this man. I lived in that neighborhood. I know that young woman. I know her children. So I attended her funeral based on the fact that I know them. So asking me why I didn't attend one funeral and why I choose to go the other one, in my humble opinion, is irrelevant. And it's my business. And I just explained why I decided to attend. Because I knew them. I did not know the policeman. And I pray for his family, just like how I'm praying for this one. Let us not try to confuse the situations based on who we think we want to support. This family deserves justice like any other family. The same people, and some of them that are quoting, are the ones that quote this scripture. But the Bible also tells you to love your brother like you love yourself. And if this had happened to you, would you not have want justice for this as well? It's
like I said before, we have to keep our eye on the prize and figure out exactly what it is we're talking about specifically. And in this situation, you need to get away from the speculation. We need to stop that, because that is going to encourage us to just make rash decisions and uninformed decisions. And that is one of the things that will take us down a very, very slippery road of making no progress. Yes,
but it's only with our situations it is one to speculate. Had this happened in a high-end community in Trinidad and Tobago, there would have been no speculation. You think I don't know how some of these people look at us? How they view our communities? You may not know because you didn't grow up there. But I know them. From the time they realize it happened to one of us, we are guilty before we even get justice. This is not the first situation like this I have come across in my years on radio, Mr. X. Sometimes I try to wonder if we were the ones that crucified Christ. Real talk. Sometimes I just wonder what sins we committed as a people besides the fact that we come from those type of communities. But as far as it's in some of people's minds, they should not be there. What she was doing there. As far as some people are concerned, it good. Because, she was aggressive to the police.
I saw a post with the it good on it, and I was very...
As far as some people are concerned, it's okay because it's one of us. But had this had happened in any other community, there would have been public outcry. None of these killings could be justified. Not the police officer, not the men that were shot by the police after that, not hers. All of these killings deserve justice. All. But in this particular situation, I am referring to her. Because she was buried today. I attended her funeral. I know the family. The case is being referred to now as an unknown shooter. And the family is concerned about justice. So let's not confuse what we're discussing. Don't try to play semantics with this particular situation. This is the situation I am shedding light on. I'm going to take a few more. Good afternoon, caller.
Yes, Aisha. Aisha, let me walk you through this thing, Aisha. You see the young lady who got shot phone? Aisha, from her phone, she was videotaping, she recorded. You were seeing when the guys was throwing the tires and things and blocking the highway. You see when the police and them pull up and everybody run to the side of the road, to the side of the highway. You see the police when them come out, I was pushing them back and telling them, go home, and pushing them back. You see the man in the blue polo t-shirt with the bulletproof vest over it, pull out his side arm and bust 3 shots in the car. And after them 3 shot bust, the woman was on the floor and she was just, and the friends on the road later, she said, it's you officer in the blue polo shirt and the bulletproof vest. He then picked up the young lady and held them carry she into the little white maxi taxi. What Gary Griffith ever need again as evidence? 3 shot bust, she picked up one alone, killed she. I said, in 2013, this same family, she said, lost she brother by a police killing. In 2020, up to now, the family got justice for it. This would be children growing up. My uncle dead, police kill him. My mother dead, police kill him. What you could tell these children for them to go to love police or to respect police or have some type of feelings towards police? This is what we're supposed to be talking about Trinidad and Tobago, not why she was there. So you telling me she can't stand up for the rights of African people in communities like hers after the police killing? You telling me that she was wrong? When they hit you in one face, turn your face and then hit you again? That's all you're blind to the truth. But the truth must come to light. Yeah? And I want to know, Aisha, if Gary Griffith can't find them 3 police who killed them in Caledonia, who we have to go to?
who has the power over Gary Griffith to do the right thing in Trinidad and Tobago? Because the Prime Minister say justice shall prevail.
We have 30 seconds before the break, Brooklyn.
And now everybody was saying from the beginning, wait for this PCA or whatever to do the report. Now they did the report and they said that the police officer should be suspended. Gary jump on top of them and say, that's not good.
Leave it there, Brooklyn. We're going to go for a break. We're going to be right back. Stay with us. Yours truly, Isha. Well, Mr.X, Street 919.
Talk your talk, but we know talk. Come talk with us. The Street 919 FM. Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
As the election race heats up, the UNC is turning up the temperature. Ready to govern, ready to lead, and ready with the best candidates.
After almost 5 years, almost $300 billion, more citizens are struggling to survive than ever before.
With political leader Kamala Prasad Bisasa and the leaders of tomorrow.
The UNC Master Plan has 5 interconnected guiding principles, which constitute our strategy for recovery, growth, and diversification.
Join our virtual campaign platform Thursday on this station. The United National Congress. Now is the time.
Mohammed's Bookstore Associates Limited with branches at Gulfview, Link Road, High Street, San Fernando, number 26 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna, Henry Street in Port of Spain, and West Mall, West Maury. At Mohammed's Bookstore, you can check out our specials on textbooks, stationery, school supplies, school uniforms, children's storybooks, puzzles of all sizes, and many more. You can query your book list and get an email when your books arrive. New titles for SEA students, developing critical thinking for SEA math pupils books and solution teachers books. Right on point. Creative Writing SEA by Alicia McLean. Creative Writing Simplified for upper primary and Language Arts Simplified for upper primary. Lots of SEA practice books for sale for 1/3 of the retail price. Others are much less. Bring Mohammed's Bookstore closer to you as everything now is at your fingertips as you can log on to our website on www.mohammedsbookstore.com. Opening hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mondays to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Fridays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturdays, and 8 a.m. to noon on Sunday. Call us today at our Tunapuna branch at 647-7355, our San Fernando branch at 657-1012, our West Morris branch at 637-6551, our Gulfview branch at 657-9613, and our Port of Spain branch at 627-3341. Like and follow our page on Facebook at Mohammed's Bookstore and on Instagram at Mohammed's Bookstore.
Too much throttle in your TikTok? Switch to B-Mobile. For always on 4G LTE. Get a free 30-day trial with free 25 gigabytes of data, free WhatsApp, free talk, free text, and more. Plus, get 50% off your next 3 months. Check us online or in store.
This Friday on Iwer Stage, it's Calypso Night featuring Protector.
We ain't making no total mistake.
Hallelujah. Protector.
I'm going to tell on you. I'm going to tell on you.
Protector.
Because we don't give a damn about sacrifice. We just know the politicians say things will be nice.
This Friday on Iwer Stage, it's Calypso Night featuring Protector. Streaming live on Instagram at Iwer George, Facebook Neil Iwer George, and YouTube Iwer TV. It's Iwer Stage.